Winner of the last poll, Godzilla Heritage is probably the most notorious Godzilla fan film outside of Godzilla vs. the Wolfman, which, I mean, that one has Toho connections that makes it more notable, but outside of that, most kaiju fan stuff are just, let's be honest, real janky. Well, there are some pretty decent all CG ones. I particularly like the one that finally gave us anime trilogy Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. But those CG ones, again, usually pretty janky, but more importantly, are almost always just a fight with no narrative. Heritage apparently first started to take form in 2009. Kickstarters began in 2014 and raised $16,025, $19,554, and $19,430. Not sure if any of those were refunded and or reused in later campaigns. What this shows is that there were people interested in the project, and for a while there were updates, and then it all, at least to the public eye, seemed to just be halted. Later on, rumors spread that the creators were contacted by Toho, forced to strip the Godzilla title off their movie, and were only allowed to show it to backers and not release the final product to the public due to the non-licensed use of copyrighted characters. This year, or maybe last year, I've really lost track of time, and it seems that whatever video is up on the tube now isn't the one that I saw originally, so the uploaded date can't be trusted, and who even knows if that first upload was new or just finally being made public. Anyways, the video has the director, Gregory Graves, and an actor from Heritage, Tim Schafer, talk about the backstory of the project, clarify some things, and show the proof of concept short that apparently is all they completed and were going to use to raise more funds in additional crowdfunding campaigns. They said they did not get sued, but were told to stop taking donations and could only make the film 50 minutes. They then decided to just polish what they had instead of finishing the initial idea. So what we have runs a little under a half an hour, including fairly lengthy opening and end credits. Multiple Anguirus, 2 adults and 1 juvenile, show up in a city, with Godzilla following soon afterwards. They yell at each other. There's some brief city destruction and car biting. During this, we follow Jack, his girlfriend, and their friend, who add nothing really aside from some fun little references, but hey, I'll just assume all the substance was going to be added in later. The camera quality is very good. Was not expecting it to look this good. So in the newly released video, the creators said that they always wanted the project to be Summation, even though a lot of the hype for the project was about how good the CG that was shown looked at the time, and the more dinosaur-like aesthetic given to the monsters. Some of the green screen effects especially don't look great, and fire, but in general CG looks alright. Music is credited to Stuart Dugdale and is both fine and fitting. Sound effects are usually good. Pre-existing Godzilla and Anguirus roars are used. Atomic breath noise is noticeably weak and unimpressive put up against all the other competent sound effects. Acting is not amazing, still better than most indie kaiju movies. A lot of wobbly camera, which I think is intentional, but I don't like it. Presentation-wise and enjoyability against time spent watching, this is still better than most of the other non-official Godzilla stuff I've seen. But like those, missing any real substance. This time there's an alibi for that, but still no real reason to check it out unless this looks really interesting to you, or you're like me and follow the project for long enough that the fact that it finally leaked is fairly exciting. Thanks for watching.